Hi everyone, this is Dave from DailyTechTV and welcome to the Q&A session for Tuesday the 8th of November 2011. Now for those of you who aren't familiar with these Q&As, I answer questions that were left in my previous video, also questions that were sent to me by email to geekanoids@gmail.com, and also questions that I received via my iOS app, which is a free download in the iTunes App Store. Now none of these Q&As are rehearsed, and I'm answering questions first of all that were left in the previous video's comments. So let's get things underway. Before I answer this first question actually, I will let you know that these Q&A sessions also give me an opportunity to test different equipment out. And I'll let you know what I'm recording with now. I'm recording with my Panasonic SD700 HD camcorder, and I've got the Rode VideoMic Pro on top of the camcorder. And I unboxed and did a product tour of the Rode VideoMic Pro yesterday on the Geek and Noise channel. You can click the link on your screen now if you want to have a look at that unboxing product tour and the first audio test that I did as well. So anyway, let's move on to the questions. The first question is from the Hoopster13. Have you finished with your new setup? And you're referring to the studio space that I record in now. Well, as you can see, I've already had a move around before. I had the desk in front of me and now I've stuck the desk behind me. I've got some new little speakers off to the side here. These are cubic speakers and I'll be reviewing those very shortly. I've also changed the microphone to a Blue Yeti Pro microphone, so different microphone setup as well. And I think I have finished the initial setup. It's just going to continue evolving. When I get new products in that can enhance the studio, then I'll introduce them to the studio, and I'll let you guys and girls know too what I've sort of introduced to the setup. But for now, I'm very happy with how things are sounding, how things are looking. But I'm always continually looking at ways I can improve the video and audio quality, so things will change. Fantastic question, thank you very much for that. Next one is from Sean's Macintosh. Great video, Dave, as always. Thank you very much. Two questions. If you had not been introduced to Macs, what computer brand would you choose and use now? Well, I come from an IBM background. I was an IBM engineer before, and over my years I have built lots of PCs, lots of Windows-based computers. So I wouldn't use a particular brand. I would probably just base my Windows PC on a selection of components, and you always get better value for money if you build your own. So probably base it around cooler master cases, maybe a ASUS motherboard, graphics card combination. So just a mix of components really. I am just glad that I found the Apple Mac and thoroughly enjoy using it. But good question. Which company do you think Apple will sue next? Motorola. They did that little thing that looks like the Nano, didn't they? I know it's got a lot more features, but I can just see that happening. The Moto Active. Next question. I'm not going to answer every single question this time because I'm getting so many. I'm just going to pick out the ones that are sort of the ones that warrant a real good answer. And this one really does warrant an answer, and that is from Mr. Tybox123. Do you love me more than M-Quan? Moving on to the next question that really does warrant an answer. It's from Moving Habbo. Hi Dave, what are your thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Ace and how do we buy Macs for a cheaper price? We've got two questions there. The Samsung Galaxy Ace, it's a superb lower end phone, good quality hardware, and well worth checking out. You know, if that's your budget, the Galaxy Ace is a good piece of kit. How do we buy Macs for a cheaper price? Well, there's a few ways. There's obviously eBay. Be very careful, obviously check the seller's reputation and feedback. Do your research that you're paying a fair price, but you can get some good bargains on there. There's also the Apple refurb store, so you go to apple.com and go to their store, or if you're in the UK, just your local store on apple.com or store.apple.com/UK for the UK one, and check out their refurb section. Normally you get maybe 10–20% off. They come in a plain box rather than a printed box, but you still get a full year's Apple warranty. So it's exactly like buying new really. Some of these are customer returns. Some of them are cancelled orders before they're even shipped. So some of them haven't even been out of the box, and Apple just get them back. They check them over, pop them into a plain box, and then they have to discount them. The other way is we've got Black Friday coming up, which is on the 21st November, and Apple will be doing discounts on the 21st of November, and you might get 10, 20, £30 off depending on what the offers they do. And on some of the Mac systems you might get even more than that, so it's well worth checking out the Apple deals on the 21st of November. I will answer this one. Sorry Dave, the shirt is a bit cheesy. Cheek, I can't believe that. But always love these videos. What is your opinion? What in your opinion is the best iOS app? And that was from GSD for you. Well, the best iOS app is probably just the one you use the most, and everyone's opinion is going to be different. And I use the Twitter app on the iPhone 4. I use that all the time. I also use it on the iPad as well. So that for me is probably the most useful app to me. Whether it's the best one is another case, but I do use that all the time. So I hope that's answered your question. A bit of a boring answer really, but I'm just telling you how it is. So that's for me probably just the most used app. Mr. Nando 5556, please do a video on all your old Macs. I will try and do something. I've got a 12-inch PowerBook, and I really want to do a video about that to show you how that's managed to survive this long. It'll be an interesting video, and I must get around to doing it. Cetera fan 123, completely the opposite opinion to the previous commenter. Awesome t-shirt. Thank you very much. Next question is from Mr. Kelsoe, or Kelsoy. Hi Dave, you're awesome. Thank you. What do you think about the Dell XPS 15Z? As far as Windows laptops go, that is a really nice piece of hardware. And Mr. Tybox123 did some coverage of it on his channel, so it's well worth checking out. Yeah, good piece of kit and good hardware. Next one is from E. Cartman. Hey, hi Dave, nice t-shirt. A lot of people liking the t-shirt. What is your favourite console game that does not include Angry Birds or Doodle Jump? Well, all I can say is that I don't play a lot of console games, but the one that I probably play most at the moment is Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3 due out today, so check the Geek and Noise channel for some coverage of that, and also check out Console Gamer TV because there'll be some footage from Modern Warfare 3 on there. But yeah, that's probably going to be my most played game of this year. And you've also asked, are the t-shirts for sale? Yes, they are. They're from Superdry. Assuming it was a Superdry one I wore in the last video. I really can't remember what I wore last time. So, does it give me an idea up there? Oh, it was a Geekanoids t-shirt that I wore in the last video. That particular one was just a one-off, and so it is not for sale, unfortunately. But there are other Geekanoids t-shirts for sale on Spreadshirt. If you go to spreadshirt.geekanoids.co.uk or .com, there's some t-shirts for sale up there. Next question. This is from 228 Lego City. Would you recommend wall mounting 2 Thunderbolt displays on the wall connected to a Mac Pro? Well, why not? If you've got the space to wall mount and you're happy with the angle that they're going to be sort of displayed at, then yeah, go for a wall mount. If you can go for a tilting wall mount, that would probably be my option, because then at least if you have got some reflections or you want to move your chair position around and go to a different angle, then some adjustability on the wall mounted monitor would be preferable for me. But yeah, it saves a lot of desk space as well. Go for it, look awesome if they're wall mounted. Next question is from the Robio Man. Loving the Canon quality. thank you very much. Back to the Panasonic today. Just a quick question. Is it possible to change your YouTube username? And if so, how? Well, now it's not possible to change your username, but what you can do, and I think that you can only do it if you're a partner, so forgive me if I'm wrong, is, for example, myself, I'm Davo Mr. Mac, and then when the branding moved over to really me being known as Geekanoids, I set up another channel called Geekanoids, but I could not get them to change the name, and it would have meant me losing all of my videos and having to build the subscribers again. So what YouTube did was they did a redirect. So if anyone goes to youtube.com/geekanoids, it's just a complete mirror. It looks exactly the same as the Davo Mr. Mac channel. So you can do that, but you can't change your username, as far as I know. Let's choose another question. There's lots of nice comments, so thank you for all the nice comments on the previous video. This last one I'm going to take, it's not the last question of this session, but the last one on the comments is from Nate Videos 1234. What game system do you like more? Well, I've got both. Well, I've got both. I've got a PS3, I've got Xbox 360, I've got OnLive, and they're the main three consoles that I've got. I absolutely love the OnLive system, the fact that the games can be so cheap and it's streaming and it's a tiny little console. The controller isn't my favourite out of the three. I love the PS3 because you can use it as a Blu-ray player. I love the titles, love the controller, but probably the favourite console, because of a combination of reasons, at the moment it's probably the Xbox 360, and I've been using it a lot more lately, and I do like the user interface. Absolutely love the controller, and I like I was going to say OnLive then, but I like the live chat, like the Xbox Live system. So probably out of the three, the Xbox 360 would be my most used at the moment and my favourite, but I do love the PS3 as well, and I couldn't be a one console person. So they're almost equal, but the Xbox 360 is just a little tiny bit higher up on my radar at the moment. I'm also going to be getting a Kinect for a treat around Christmas time, just like a family present, and I haven't used Kinect yet, so I'm really keen to have a go at that. So I'll give you my views on that. Next question, and this is a combination of questions I received via email and that iOS app. And the first one's from Naeem. Love your videos. It's cool you're on Techno Buffalo. Thank you. My question is, what do you prefer, Windows or Mac, and which one is better? People, just don't put hate comments underneath the video for this one. Both are capable systems, but I prefer Mac. I think Mac's better. I think the hardware's better. I think the operating system's more elegant and easier to get along with. Less maintenance on them as well, both hardware and software wise. And that's just my opinion. But if Macs didn't exist, I'd use a Windows PC, and you can still get the job done with either platform. Don't hate me for the comment, but my favourite is the Mac. Next question, and there's a couple here from Yukang. First one is, do you watch Mr. Bean? Yes, I do. Watch it with the family. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very funny man. What is your favourite Apple product? I've answered this before. It's the iPhone 4 or iPhone 4S, and that's purely because it's the one piece of kit I could use to produce videos, upload them, communicate, send texts, browse, play games. So I could do it all just if that one device existed. Second most favourite is probably my MacBook Air, which I'm using to read these questions from. So, next one is from Rowan. When next year do you think Apple will release the next generation iPad? I think it's going to be September time, and they're going to do iPad, iPods and bring them all out at the same time. Next one is from well, it is from Yukang again, and I will answer this. You're getting a lot of coverage here, but or a lot of answers. Why do you think Apple didn't fully upgrade the iPod Touch? Is it possible to add an IE5 chip to such a thin product? Well, I think they didn't upgrade it because they didn't really need to. They just needed to do sort of an incremental update, and all they did was change the colour. And I think they're saving the big changes until they release all of the products September next year. And yes, it is possible to fit an A5 chip in it. Next question is from Daniel. Great videos, keep up the good work. Thank you. Do you think Apple will cope without Steve Jobs since he was the face of Apple? Well, yes, he was the face of Apple, but over the years they've prepared for Steve not being the face of Apple forever, and they've got a fantastic team there, and it will just continue as it is. They've got a lot of innovative people, a lot of very talented people, and that great management team. So yeah, I think it will be absolutely fine. Of course it's a shame, and I'm still very sad about the passing of Steve Jobs. But yeah, Apple will continue, and it will continue to bring out very, very innovative products. Next one is from Yukong, and this is asking, have I bought the Steve Jobs biography yet? Yes, I have, and I'm currently reading it, and it is a fantastic read. And the next one is from, and I get this question so many times, I'm going to answer this one. It's from Ashutosh. Hey Dave, great videos, thank you. Do you think the Samsung Galaxy S2 is better than the iPhone 4S? No, I don't. I think the iPhone 4S is currently the best smartphone. I think a lot of people buy it because it is an Apple product. The iOS operating system is very elegant. It works exactly as you'd expect it to work. The iPhone 4S has also got a great camera. The Samsung Galaxy S2 is probably the best pick of the bunch of the Android handsets at the moment. And again, if the iPhone didn't exist, then the Samsung Galaxy S2 at the moment would probably get my money. But there are a couple of new phones coming out with Android on, and one of them is the Motorola Razr, which I'll be covering on the Geekanoids channel. And there's also the Galaxy Nexus mobile phone, and that looks absolutely stunning as well. So it's not all about Apple. I just prefer the iPhone 4S personally, but I'm really excited to get my hands on that Motorola Droid Razr as well. Next question is from Jared, big fan, thank you very much. Why is the Apple logo on the home button a square? I think he's referring to the iPhone rather than an apple. But I think it'd be very funny having an Apple logo on the home button, because they're always very discreet about their branding, and having an Apple logo on the back of the iPhone is enough. So the square is just there. But yeah, it could just be a clear button, or it could even be a round circle, or it could be the little power symbol, you know, the circle with the little line in it. It could be that, but then that would indicate power, and it's not really a power button, is it? It's a home button, as you've said. So maybe it should be a little house. Who knows? Who knows why? The next question, and the last one of this particular session, is from Garrett, and Garrett asks, what is your opinion of Ping by Apple? I think it had some good ideas. I think it had a good chance of being very, very good, but it, for me, is so music orientated that unless you're really heavily into music, it's never going to really take off. Now, I haven't looked at it recently, so I don't know if there have been any changes, but I think it hasn't been very successful for Apple. I tried it, used it for about a week, then left it, didn't ever go back. So maybe that says it all, that maybe Ping wasn't the right move for Apple. Maybe they should have looked into some sort of other social networking interactivity that they could have maybe built in to one of their iOS devices and done it a real elegant way. So that's it. Let me close this laptop. Courtesy of the MacBook Air. Love my MacBook Air. Thank you very much for watching this Q&A session. I really do appreciate all your comments. If you've got any questions for the next Q&A session, leave them in the comments below. I will try and answer as many as I can. Keep them good. I will always answer the good ones. If you want to send me an email, send it to geekanoids@gmail.com. Put Tech Q&A in the subject line, and then I know it's a question for the next video. Or if you want to send them via my iOS app, head on over to the iTunes App Store, search for Geekanoids, and it is a free app you can download. It works on the iPod Touch the iPhone and the iPad. That's it for this Q&A session. I will see you all in the next one.